The Woolly Monster Kidney Stones by Haley Wolberton. It all started one summer day while I was watching TV. The only way I can explain it is a huge woolly monster turned me upside down and rocked me like a hurricane. After the whirlwind was over and I was safely back on the couch, I realized something bad had just happened. My ovaries just exploded. I grabbed a Sprite and headed straight for the bathtub. After 30 minutes of soaking in the hot water and only feeling worse, I decided it was time to break the news to my mother. She needed to know my ovaries were exploding. I wrapped a towel around me and dashed off quickly to find my mom. She loaded me into the car and took me to our local hospital, Parkway, also known as Deathway. I tell the receptionist my symptoms and she assures me the doctor will see me shortly. As if. After an eternity, the doctor swings open the emergency door and calls out Haley Wolberton. His voice sounded like angels singing my name in gold. Shortly after I tell him my ovaries are exploding, Dr. Hemington gives me a shot of instant relaxation. I float on back to get an MRI, and I could see my parents, preacher, and doctor all glaring at me through this huge glass window. After being poked, prodded, and scanned, the doctor finally diagnosed me. He pulled my parents into the room and told them I had gas.
Help me!
Gas?
Do about it.
There is no way the pain radiating from my lower back is solely due to gas. But whatever, my mom carts me back home and tries to make light of the situation by saying the woolly monster just shook up a lot of that gas. So a short while goes by, and that woolly monster has a death grip on my ankles. He whips me up and spins me around his head like a lasso. He throws me to the side and exits like nothing happened. But I recognize that pain. My ovaries are exploding. My mom is no fool. So this time, she took me to a better hospital a lot further away. The doctor sees me immediately. He presses on my back ever so slightly, and I yelp in pain. Hey man, I have some serious issues going on back there. He also gives me a shot of wonderful bliss, and then sends me through the MRI. After all the scans are done, the kidney specialist brings my mother in the room and explains to her the x-rays. Thankfully, my ovaries are A-OK. However, my kidneys aren't so lucky. I had accumulated quite a collection of kidney stones in both of my kidneys. Normally, people might just take some Tylenol, rest, and eventually pass the kidney stones through urination. My kidneys, well, they weren't so lucky. The x-ray showed 12 kidney stones in my right kidney and 8 kidney stones in my left kidney. Due to my severe back pain and my abundant amount of kidney stones, the kidney specialist scheduled my surgery immediately. Within 2 days, I was back in the hospital for part 1 of my 4-part kidney stone removal process. My mom and dad were in the room waiting for the nurses to take me into surgery. Their faces both looked nervous and out of place in the stark white hospital room. The nurses finally strolled in and took me and the hospital bed away. My mom looked as if the woolly monster had eaten me whole. She had absolutely no color in her face. The nurses were super friendly, and I soon forgot all about that obnoxious woolly monster. The doctor started asking me where I was planning on attending college. And honest to God, the last thing I remember before surgery is doing the cat's chair laid up on the operation table. O-C-A-T-S, cats, cats, cats. I wake up in the hospital room with my parents gazing down at me. I made it through. The first part of the surgery consisted of the kidney specialist inserting a stent from my kidney to my bladder. The stent opened up a tube that had closed and was a significant reason for not passing any stones. The second surgery, which took place 5 days later, consisted of the doctors putting me back under and electroshocking my right kidney to break up the marble-sized stone filling my right kidney. Because the electroshock makes the kidney so sore and tender, the doctor could only do one kidney at a time. So the third surgery electroshocked the left kidney. The electroshocks would shake the large-sized kidney stones into almost gravel. This way, with the help of the stent, the rubble landfill in my kidney could make an escape. The final part of the kidney stone removal was the removal of the stent. After almost 3 weeks of surgery, I was ready for the woolly monster to put me down and leave me alone. Kidney stones don't run in my family, nor do any other kidney problems. It is just unfortunately something I'm prone to. So while sometimes it can be a huge hassle, I'm really glad to know that sickening pain in my lower back was more than just gas. The end. Produced, created, and narrated by Haley Wolberton, an illustrator.